Good morning and welcome to the Archery GB National Series Final, brought to you by the Nottingham Society, Archery GB and Nottingham City Council. Today I'm going to be talking you through the matches. My name is George Harding. I'm joined here by James Howe. We've got some good matches coming up. We've got the first of all women's compound final starting at 10:30, followed by the youth mixed team 12:45. Oh, sorry, and then we've got the men's at 11:30. Then the mixed teams at 12:45, and then we're back for some more of the senior event with the semi-finals of the compound women starting at 2. Then the men at 2:30. Then we've got the finals of the youth mixed team at 3, and the individual finals at 4. Weather's looking really good for some archery here today in Nottingham. We've got very little breeze. It's bright with some cloud cover, so that's good. No glare coming in for the compound archers. So if you're watching yesterday, you'd have seen the recurve matches, and they were shot at 70 metres on a 122 centimetre face using the set system. But today we're going to be using a slightly different format, aren't we, James?
Yeah, today in the compound matches, as George just said, the recurves yesterday, today's compound is going to be shot at 50 metres distance rather than the 70 of yesterday on 80 centimetre target faces. So if we get a shot of the target faces, obviously soon when the matches start. The target faces are smaller, and they also do not have the black or the white scoring rings that you would have seen yesterday if you tuned in. 15 arrows. So whereas yesterday's set system, the match could have been over in 9 arrows, could have gone to a full 5 sets. Today it is 15 arrows straight out, highest score wins. Simple as that. If we have a tie, we go to a shoot-off, which is the same as yesterday. 1 arrow from each archer, closest to the middle, wins the match.
As you can see, the stands are already filling up here in Nottingham. I think there's going to be a lot of people turn out today. There was a lot of people yesterday, wasn't there? So
yeah, based on yesterday, it should be quite a nice turnout, actually.
Yeah. If you've been watching this over the last few years, you'd see we were like around the back of the house, kind of like up close to it. But this year we're more like a bit more in the open.
Yeah, we can just see in the back of the shot that the top left of the screen is Wollerton Hall. We shot behind that last year, whereas now we are at the bottom of the hill, down by the entrance of, well, the grounds, basically. Yeah. It's a much shorter walk. That's one of the benefits of being down here.
Yeah, it was really good yesterday afternoon. You had people on picnics and things like that out on the grass, watching a bit of archery.
We've got a nice big open space around us. Obviously, entry is free to the event, so yeah, it's a perfect time to come have a picnic, walk your dogs, we can see up the top there, and enjoy some sport entertainment.
If you think you recognise that house from somewhere, then perhaps you recognise it as Wayne Manor.
Ah, of course, yeah.
In the Batman films a few years ago.
Very famous ground we're on right here. Right in the heart of Nottingham. So of course, as in yesterday and last year, if you guys tuned in, you can get to us on Twitter and on the live stream. There should be a little live chat comments box.
Yeah, if you want to ask us any questions on the YouTube live stream, then you can.
Welcome once again.
We'll try and get the Twitter handle for you later.
Yeah.
National Series Final.
And we're about to get the day underway.
With the winners this morning going through to the medal matches this afternoon. Now make some noise for the Archers!
There we hear our on-field commentator Tim Nash introducing the archers for us. Should be a very good match.
And let's meet them now, coming to the stage on target 1 from Melbourne, aged just 17, and the current junior British record holder for the 50-metre round, Beth Martel! And her opponent from Jersey, current Island Games champion and two-time Archery GB National Series winner, Lucy Holt. This match will be adjudicated by Stu Richards and Beth Martel will shoot first.
So we're about to get the matches underway here.
Yeah, this should be a really good match. Last year I really enjoyed watching Beth Martel in the mixed team match. As we said there, I think me and Tat, we said that she'll be really looking good to make it to the finals this year, and here she is, so let's see what she can do.
Okay, I believe Beth is going to shoot first, over on target one.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. No, sorry, yeah.
Oh yeah, Beth, there we go. A bit confused.
It's the other way around on our screen, isn't it?
She's had a very good season this year, Beth. I've seen her out on the circuit quite a lot. This is the wrong target face, guys. Don't worry, she didn't miss.
Yeah, don't panic everyone.
Lucy Sullivan, we've seen her here before.
Yeah, she's appeared in quite a few before, hasn't she? This is a 6th grand final appearance.
6th appearance?
Out of, I think there's only been 7, so.
It's been 7, yeah.
So she's doing quite well.
8.
Once again, wrong target face.
9 points.
Okay, so a couple of solid starts from the girls here. Against all the odds, we've got actually quite a nice day for shooting here today. It's calm, it's warm. Ooh, bit low there from Beth. It's a bit of a long hold, both sides waver a little bit. Can Lucy capitalise on that mistake?
9 points.
Nice little group there.
So, first 3, there we go. 4-point lead for Lucy, 27-23.
27 points.
It's not the end of the world at the moment, is it?
No,
She had a
early
good
on
couple
it was-
of ones and still got 4 more ends to go.
There's still a lot of shooting left, so it's by no means over yet. We've seen bigger turnarounds. Okay, as George said earlier, this is Lucy O'Sullivan's 6th grand final appearance at the ripe old age of 24. And this is Beth Martel's first grand final appearance as an individual. And obviously, as George said, she was shooting last year in the mixed team event when she pretty much stole the show. Dropping 3 points in her entire mixed team round, which was pretty impressive.
So I think Lucy's had a pretty good run at the National Series this year, hasn't she? She missed the last 2 stages, but the first one she started off with a win in Oxford, and then stages 3 and 4 in Surrey she also made it to the final, but couldn't quite convert that into a gold medal. But second was still good to get a
from
second position.
From the 4 stages that she shot, she podiumed at 3 of the stages, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
9 points.
Just skirting around at 10, isn't she?
Yeah. 9.
As is Beth at the minute.
Yeah.
Who's going to hit the first 10 of the match?
8.
Wait, soft bit of the target there.
That's got a bit of fun. Still waiting for that elusive first 10. There it
yeah,
is. There's an X.
There we go, X. Look at that. So this
See?
is actually clawing back some points here for Beth, possibly, isn't it?
It's going to be at least 1 point back. Depends on what Lucy does on this last shot.
That's the kind of rate she needs to be clawing her way back.
Number 9. So that is 2 points back for Beth. So 4 point lead has been cut to 2 in the second end. So just what me and George were saying earlier. Matches in compound really aren't over until that last arrow shot.
Yeah, you don't quite get that immediate turnaround like you do with a set system in recurve, but
No.
you can slowly claw it back, can't you?
It's a lot more critical as well, compound scoring, doing the full cumulative score, because in set, as George has said, you can have a bad set and still turn a match around. I mean, we see it yesterday happen more than once. Whereas compound, if you have a bit of a wavy shot, as Beth did in the first end, you're at a disadvantage for most of the match until you can come back in it. noticed between the two archers, just in body language alone, you can tell that Lucy's got a lot more experience. She looks a lot more relaxed. She looks very chilled out. She's laughing. She's having fun. Beth looking a bit more serious.
Yeah. I think she looks a lot more focused. Though. She didn't look.
She's very on the ball today.
Nervous necessarily, does she? Just like really focused.
Wouldn't say so. See if Lucy can keep her lead or build on it. There's the tension we're looking for.
Yeah.
She's there.
Just a little bit more movement on Beth's bow, isn't there?
Seems a little bit hesitant to get a shot away. That look good?
9.
Other side.
Yeah, we know she can shoot really well, can't we? She's got that British junior record that...
And it's not a small record either, it is a big score.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
We haven't got it in front of us, but I know it's
9.
above the 685 sort of mark. It's probably mid to high 80, I think.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, because we haven't got it with us.
So we've got some people joining us, saying hi. We've got...
Guys from the USA coming to have a view for us.
yeah, we weren't expecting that.
8 points.
Hello, Jeremy from the USA, and we've also got Rebecca Blake and Chevy Shear. Sorry for the pronunciations here. Yeah, send us in your questions if you have any.
Any questions, just say hello like the guys have been doing. While me and George were just talking, just then, Lucy's got 3 points in hand again, so she's now up by 5 with 2 ends to go. It's going to be a bit of a mountain for Beth to climb. She's really got to try and get back, I'd say at least 3 points in this next end to stand a chance in the last 3.
Yeah. I think she can get close as well. That's when funny things happen, isn't it? When
It is. I've always said it, the more
pressure
that
kind of gets put on a bit.
the more that you can make your opponent overthink their shooting, always ends up better for you.
Yes, if you're watching us and you have any questions about anything really, like the technique they're using, like maybe they're using a bit of equipment you're not sure about, or you want a question about their setup, or how you can get into Archery or anything like that, you can either ask us on the comments section on YouTube, or you can tweet me at Archery George, or James. I'm not sure what your handle is on Twitter.
Neither do I. It's been a while. That looked good. There's 10.
There we go.
I think Beth now's got to really focus on just making her shots and just keeping her technique as strong as she can. Like that. There you go. Delivers there with next. Yeah, it's a little smile there. It's always a good feeling, no matter what form of archery you do, when you shoot well and you get rewarded for it, as Lucia Sullivan is doing now.
Yeah.
8 points.
It's a little bit wide there. It's a bit of a long hold.
Yeah, I think now Lucy's found that 10. It's going to be tough to get past her, isn't it?
I believe a 10 here will give Lucy an 8-point lead and into the last. And it'll be a 30, which will be nice to see early on. It's a bit long. 10, 10, 10. There it is.
Nice shoot.
Lucy Sullivan extends her lead.
There you go.
At Martel.
8 points. Beth was just a little smile there. I think she wants to sort of see her shooting out as strong as she can now at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just looking impossible to get past that 8-point lead, but I think you just have to hang in there, don't you? And
Somebody's got to keep
sometimes
shooting,
you
and
get thrown a bone, don't you?
you might get lucky, you might not, but at the end of the day, if you can shoot your shots well, it just makes you feel a bit better afterwards. So Beth as well has not had a bad National Series run at all this year. I mean, considering she's only 17 years old.
Yeah. I think that win in Exmouth, that...
Yeah,
kind of,
stage 6. Ladies' feet a win as well. Not even just on the 50-metre round. So that's a long day to shoot in, and she came out on top. I think Beth knows that she can shoot 10s and she can shoot her shots. Like that, there you go. So.
Yeah, really, it's just its first couple of ends to get settled in that kind of gave Lucy that lead that was hard to kind of catch up with, wasn't it, really? But she shot really well. since then.
That's the thing with combat archery as well. It's more a game of who can, as George just said, who can get settled into their shots quicker. Obviously, if you can come out running like Lucy did in the first end, then you're on for a good day. Another long hold from Beth.
9
points. See a little bit of movement in the front arm before the shot there. I just kicked her a bit to the left there. She didn't look convinced, but
it's a bit like the last one. She was a bit surprised with it, wasn't she? I think maybe a bit weak on the front, but I don't really know.
You want a surprise shot, but there's a good finish there.
Yeah.
Not that much of a surprise. So Lucy's in that situation where she just needs to hit paper, honestly, to win this match. A 3 would win it, but there's a 9. So, first match in the books.
Yeah. Firstly, safely through to the semi-finals there.
First match in the books, and that is a 140 for Lucy and a 133 for Beth. Isn't a bad score as it goes, but Lucy just really delivered today.
A warm hand, ladies and gentlemen, for the archers, and Lucy and Sullivan, who will feature again.
A bit relieved to be through that match there, Lucy, and that was some good shooting. I think semi-finals will be good, won't they?
Should be. It's shaping up to be very good at the minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the archers leave field of play on the stage that you see there. Up next is the next quarter-final match, which is going to be a very close match actually on paper. We're going to have Andrea Gales, who seeded 3rd for the finals, taking on Danielle Brown, who seeded 6th. Both of these guys, they have got a lot of experience between them.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this match. I was going through my notes yesterday, and I think it should be a good one. Both got a lot of international experience.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very close.
Of course, Andrea was commentating yesterday on the recurve. She was finals.
Anyone that caught that can guarantee and they can reassure that she did a great job yesterday. Her and Martin Shaw.
Gold medal winner, please welcome to the stage, Danny Brown, RPE.
There was Danny Brown, as Tim just said, 2-time Paralympic champion, which is no small feat at all. There was Danny just readying herself to get ready to show.
So Andrea's up first. She's got Sydney in her box. She won yesterday, so that's good to have someone with some experience of winning here in your box, isn't it?
Not bad support, is it? someone like Naomi. Not bad support at all.
Yeah. Someone's pointed out on the Twitter, Jane's Forever Massage. I guess Lucy's taken off her peeler glasses, that is, as it's really overcast there. Awesome 30 from Lucy.
It's a good start manager as well. Yeah, the peeler glasses, it depends on the lenses that you're using, but by the looks of it, I believe Lucy was using the blue lenses.
8 points.
Okay.
Bit of a shake there from Andrea, but gets away with a 10.
So these blue glasses you're saying?
Yeah, the blue lenses, as far as I recall, they're designed to darken down all of the colours that aren't yellow on the target, basically, so they make the goal sort of stand out a bit more in the archer's eyes. So I don't know, I guess if the lighting conditions aren't quite right for Lucy to use them, then she'll just take them off and just carry on shooting as she was. So a good start from Andrea there with 29. And Danny with 28, so even with an 8, Danny's only trailing by 1.
Strong start by both ladies, following Andrea Gales, who takes a 1 point lead.
Yeah, Andrea's looking really comfortable there, I thought. Really strong coming out shooting 10.
She has had a very strong season this year, actually. She shot very well in the National Series coming up to this point. Just for context, her lowest finish in any of the stages were at stages 3 and 6, she finished 5th. And they were her bad days, if you like, and she ended 5th.
Yesterday's champion, Naomi Volta. Little way.
So Danny's trailing. She'll shoot first.
As we said earlier, this isn't an insurmountable lead by any means, and Danny's been there and she's got the experience to come back from this kind of deficit.
9 points.
It's 9 just out. Andrea looking strong. A little bit of a wobble on the front arm.
9 points.
So the lead is still at 1 for Andrea. See if Danny can come back from that.
9.
There we see Andrea's, for those of you who don't know, her scope, so the thing she's looking through, her custom purple biter scope. She was very happy with that when it came through.
9 points.
Yeah, that's cool. It matches her bow, doesn't it?
I mean, let's be honest, if a bow looks good, it'll shoot better. That's just how it works.
Yeah. Just looks so comfortable there, doesn't she? Like,
she does. She's
really steady.
Alan
It's a good looking shot, just hanging a bit low.
Ladies, trading lines. Keep the difference. 1 point.
Got a fan from Sweden there, I think, James.
Yep. For those of you who haven't seen it, we've got a nice little comment there from Hampus Borgström, who is one of the Swedish internationals. Also, those of you who see yesterday, he is Bryony Pittman's boyfriend. So it's good to see that we got everyone from all ends of the world watching us today. And yes, Hampus, I am cool, so thank you for that. So third end, underway now. And Danny will once again shoot first. A bit shaky there.
10 points.
Ooh, that's close, isn't it?
Biting the
Nice to
line.
get points for that.
Nine.
Didn't look too happy with that shot, Andrew. She looks a little bit surprised after it went.
Watching it, is there just a point?
10
Oh, it's
points.
And it's now maybe a tie depending on that first arrow from Danny. It's been called a 10 by the spotters. Might have to get a judge on that.
9.
But Danny's turned it around now, hasn't she?
Yeah, Danny now, in 2 arrows, is leading by 1.
9
There's a 9
points.
just out. See if Andrea can improve on that last shot. She didn't seem happy with it.
So Danny's giving her a little bit of space to even it up, hasn't she? She shoots a 10 here.
Danny Brown has turned things around.
Looking a little bit shaky on some of the shots, Andrew.
The final 6 arrows.
Yeah.
In terms of appearing in the grand finals, Andrea is... This is Andrea's 6th grand final, and this is Danny's 4th, so they are both very well experienced on this stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think even bigger stages, they've had a lot of experience on, haven't they? Danny's been Paralympic champion. She's a reigning Paralympic champion.
Yes.
But on top of that, she's also won the Paralympic gold medal at the Paralympic World Champs in 2011 in Turin. And also silver at the World Cup final in Tokyo, which is impressive, isn't it?
Just for context, that is silver in the able bodies World Championship. So Danny really bridging the gap there between the ables and the paras, because she is an outstanding
9
archer.
points.
Yeah, she's now moved into motivational speaking and doing things like that. So if you're interested, have a look at her website.
Nine.
It's, book her. I've heard lots of good things about her motivational talks. Andrea's done a lot of cool stuff internationally as well, hasn't she? She's had a couple of medals from World Cups. She had a really good year in 2008, winning bronze in Porridge and silver in Antalya.
Just all in all, a very, very solid archer. I mean, she's been there and she's done everything that you really can on the world stage, and she's really maintained that standard all the way through her shooting.
This is a really good match. It's really going backwards and forwards, isn't it?
Andrea is, with 3 hours to go, up by 1. So we've gone from Andrea leading 2 ends, and Danny was up, and then Andrea was up. It's been a real sort of back and forth battle so far.
Yeah, it's good to see Andrea really come out and like attack, like with that first arrow, and I think she kind of like took the gas off a bit in the next 2 ends, but hopefully now she can pick it back up again.
She seems like she's back. She had a good end last end, so it sort of gives her the momentum going into the last end. Obviously, Danny's end wasn't quite as strong as Andrea's, but as we keep saying, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
Might even see our first compound shoot-off of the day.
One of her hobbies is shark wrestling, so I think Andrea can. This will be a doddle, isn't it?
It's gonna be nothing. Danny shooting first. She really wants to come out strong with his first shot. That's another line cutter.
Oh, she's good at those line cutters, isn't she?
She's leaving it hanging. Andrew's going to want to either keep up with or better Danny in this end. There's a 9, so unofficially we're tied.
It's kind of helped her out a little bit, hasn't it?
Just come out the goal there.
She just needs to do her shot now and she'll be okay, I think. It's good. It's yeah.
Andrea is now up by 2 with 1 shot, so Danny's really realistically got to be shooting a 10 here. And she does. There it is.
That's nice to do, isn't it?
Can get us Andrea thinking. Andrea's only got to shoot. I say only got to shoot a gold. Yeah, it's amazing how small that gold looks when it's what you got to shoot to win a match.
Shake. And shoot off.
Unofficially, I'm still a little bit dubious about Danny's first shot.
15 arrows, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a single arrow shoot-off to decide which of these 2 ladies progress through to the semi-final.
Wait for the judges' call. But people are going for a shoot-off.
Will entail each archer shooting 1 arrow at their target. The closest to the middle will be the winner.
Okay, so Andrea's going to shoot first. Now, before the match has started, me and George had quite an in-depth conversation about the shoot-off shooting order, actually. And I think we both agreed, in a shoot-off, you really want to shoot first, don't you?
I couldn't decide. I think it depends, doesn't it? I think it's nice to, in a way, shoot second, because then you kind of know...
Yeah, you know what you've got.
That might, like, settle you a bit, kind of thing. Or
see, Andrea, she really wants to keep it strong here. There's a 10 line cutter.
I guess
it's a 10, it's not unbeatable.
Yeah. The key is really just to stick to your process, isn't it? And like, they can't affect what you do, and you just got to do your best shot. Oh, that is the finest of margins there.
I think Andrea might have just got that by about half a mil, maybe.
Relief on Andrea's face there.
It's a big sigh. She shot a 10, and it's what she needed. See in the YouTube comments there that we aren't the only ones who are enjoying shoot-offs.
Yeah,
they're fun to watch, not fun to shoot though. So there's that match, there's our first shoot-off. Only took us 2 matches to get to it, but
yeah.
we
20
got
minutes and we got a shoot-off.
It's good going, that.
So... Andrea progresses and she'll face Lucy in the
semi-final,
won't she?
I believe so. I think that's how the brackets are working.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage for the third quarter-final. On target 1, from Simpson, the World 3D Field Champion and IFAA World Field Champion, Lucy Holt. And target 2 from Oxford, the 2-time Las Vegas champion and winner of pretty much everything there is to win, Nikki Mark Simpson.
So the next two shooters on the field, as you might have just heard Tim just say. On target 1 we have Lucy Holt and Ness. Target 2, Nicola Simpson. Both of these ladies have got oodles of experience coming into this event.
Yeah, absolutely. Done a lot of cool things in their archery careers.
They certainly have. Lucy, by trade, she's certainly more of a field archer. As Tim said, if you heard him at the start, Lucy was the World 3D Field Champion. She was IFAA World Field Champion as well, so field is her strong suit. But she did a very good target year this year.
10 points.
Don't get much better starts than that. See if Lucy can match. First shot from Nicola.
8.
Just hanging out left. And of course, Nicola's experience is... We've got a list about as long as this table of things that she's done in the past.
9 points.
Another archer with a lot of experience, but has maintained that standard all the way through her shooting, which is quite the accomplishment.
Yeah.
9.
Yes, actually, Lucy, Nicola, and Andrea, they're all on a team which won World Cup gold in 2008 in Porridge.
9 points.
The World Cup there. So that's a really good achievement as a team, isn't it, to win a World Cup stage?
Oh, absolutely. Team shooting, obviously, we'll see some of the mixed team stuff later, but team shooting is running out of time. Excellent. That was a real buzzer beater there from Lucy. She didn't let her have a shot, but she got away with it.
Calm countdown from Chrissy Westman there.
You need someone calm behind you, don't you?
Yeah.
In terms of coaches, you don't really want someone that's going to get you a bit stressed out in what you're doing, because you just want to keep your shots as strong and as relaxed and as natural as you can, really. So second in on the way. I believe Lucy will shoot first. Yep, Lucy to shoot first. In terms of the shooting orders, the archer that is trailing in the match always shoots first in the following end. Just gives them a chance to put a bit more pressure onto the leading archer. Ooh, wide shot there from Lucy.
We should just get Chris to count down all the time, maybe.
Some archers do prefer being told how much time they have all the way for the end. 10 from Nicola. Let's try and improve on the last shot.
9 points.
There's a 9, she's back in the gold. See if Nicola can increase her lead. This goes back to what we were saying earlier about the difference between the recurve and the compound scoring. In recurve, a 6 and an end, you might have lost a set, but you can come back, whereas as we see with Beth and Lucy in the first match, a bit of a wayward end could spell the undoing of your match, unfortunately. There's another Nicola.
Nicola is shooting really well, isn't she?
So far, highest scoring female at this point in the matches, 57 out of 60. That's a very good score. In terms of conditions out here, I think we've got the better day for compounds Sunday rather than yesterday on the recurves. Obviously, you shot there, Joel. So
yeah.
What was it like yesterday?
I think the actually where you're shooting is quite nice and sheltered, so you don't get moved about too much by the wind. There was a little bit of wind at the target maybe that could move the arrows a little bit. Probably have more of an effect on like it affects bad shots more, doesn't it? So like, if you shoot really well and shoot strong shots, then I think you could
you certainly
get a lot more.
Yeah, you certainly get punished more for a bad shot than a bit of a breezy day.
Yeah.
Now today it's I mean, you can see the trees there behind Lucy. There's a lick of wind there. There's not anything too unbearable.
10, yes, that's good.
Look of relief on Lucy's face there, I think.
That's actually probably a 10 size group from Nicola, isn't it? Even if they're
yeah,
not all
I'd
in the
say
10, I think.
A few cranks down in the site and she'll be sitting in the 10 all day with that group.
9 points.
Both a little bit left as well, aren't they, I think? Don't know if that's common from all the archers that have been
Not too
here.
sure if that's been a pattern today. I haven't really managed to...
8
Nicola did not look happy with that shot. That was a real look of, I wish I hadn't shot that. It's a good group there from Lucy. Just like George said, that's a 10 size group just sitting a bit left.
10.
There's Nicola back in the 10.
Lucy Holt, we see Christy Ravenscroft, whose husband will be in action later today, and is a fabulous archer in her own right.
Okay, so Nicola leads by 5. Coming into this 4th end, I believe.
Yeah, this will be the 4th end. So sort of check on the chat stream on YouTube. If you've got any questions, send them in. Got a bit of love for Danny's pink hat earlier.
Yeah. Any questions or any comments that you want to make? Obviously, yeah, through the YouTube, through any of the Twitter handles. If you got World Archery on Twitter, if you give them a tweet, I'm sure that'll get to us at some point.
Yeah, or you can tweet me at Archery George, and I'll get back to you as well with your questions.
Archery George is probably the best one to use because that's open in front of us right now. So, so if you've got any questions, send them in, guys.
10.
Nicola with a little line cut of 10 there. See if Lucy can improve on her first shot.
8 points.
Lucy getting a little bit frustrated by the looks. She needs to just keep her shots as she knows she can shoot them.
7.
Nicola with a classic example there of making a shot and knowing exactly where it's going and not liking it.
Maybe 9.
I think that's more a 9, isn't it?
Yeah, about a 9. Okay, so Nicola with a 10 here could take a 10-point lead, which is going to be very tricky to come back from.
8.
It's an 8. So a bit of a shaky end for both ladies there. Nicola gaining 3 more points, so she's up by 8 with 3 arrows to shoot.
Ever closer to her place in the semi-final. Lucy Holt will have to score 30 and then some.
Even though she's trailing the match, Lucy looking relaxed. I think she's just there to have some fun out there today.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun, aren't they? I think that's the key thing, really.
That's always important in any form of archery. You need, if you're not having fun, then you're not really going to shoot as well as you can do. So it's all about being very relaxed, being very fluid, which at the minute Lucy is. As is Nicola, of course. They're both having a good time out there today.
Go on then, good luck, Mark. Andrew.
Nice little bit of friendly jostling between the two ladies there.
Nine points.
It's a good shot from those. That's solid.
The target face is tidy, really, isn't it? It's just a couple of sixes that
It's
have
just those two
brought it down a bit.
wide shots for her.
8 points.
As is Nicola's. I mean, both really tidy shooting from both ladies. Just I think the real difference has been when you get caught on your shot.
10.
A little bit of correction there from Lucy, and it's in the 10. Nicola equals. Showing her experience and her form there, Nicola. Just keeping on Lucy and continuing the standard that she's set so far.
8 points.
So, Nicola she needs 2 points to take this match. So once again, like Lucia Sullivan earlier, get the target face, and the match is yours. She's done better than that, it's 10.
Good game, isn't it? Nice way to finish.
So, Nicola Simpson booked her spot in the semis. Okay, so there is quarterfinal number 3. Just finishing up, just getting all the official scoring, getting the arrows back to the archers. One of the benefits of getting to a National Series final is that you've not got to go and get your own arrows. You've got guys that do that for you, so it's one of the perks.
Yeah. So also today, some of you may be aware there's the Para World Champs. It's the individual finals day over in Germany. We've had a couple of British athletes in the finals this morning already.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage for the last quarter-final. On target 1, from Edinburgh, seeded first and winner of pretty much everything, Ravenscroft!
As much as Tim jokes about Naomi winning pretty much everything, she has won pretty much everything, so it's not wrong. Daisy Clark obviously brought her fan section with her today as well, from the great county of Essex.
Yeah. Not really allowed favourites as commentators, but I think yeah, it would be nice to see Jonesy win, I think.
Yeah, it would be nice to see her continue her form that she's had over the last, God, what, 2-3 years now? She's been carrying on.
Kind of like start getting better and better, isn't she?
She has. Just looking at Naomi's little fact sheet here, included with the King of Archery Champion 2014, Indoor Cup Stage Gold in Marrakesh, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one.
She won Nîmes in 2013, Face-to-Face Champion in 2012. She really has just been unstoppable over the last few years.
Yeah, a lot of indoor stuff, and she's just starting to really pick up the outdoor stuff as well, isn't she? I think.
9 points.
So 9 just out. And there's Daisy as well. Daisy on the junior team has had nothing short of a fantastic year herself.
9.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone caught that, but you see, Naomi she moved her sight straight away after that first arrow. She's happy with the shot, and she just moved her sight to get them in the middle straight away. No need to check.
It's on top of the last one. Just
Wow.
move it a bit more, Naomi.
Yeah, she didn't look as happy with that shot to shoot. She's going to move it again.
9.
I think Daisy needs to move her sight as well. A couple of clicks low and should be sitting in the centering. See if she's moved her sight enough. She has. Excellent. There you go.
Gets rewarded for it.
So Daisy with a 10 here will match Naomi's first 3. And there it is. Excellent. X99 for both archers.
That's the way to do it, isn't it?
As we said, Daisy's had a fantastic year herself. In terms of achievements this year, silver medalist at the European Youth Cup this year, which is a pretty impressive feat. European Junior Field Champion, I think that was a couple of years ago. World Field Team Gold Champion, that was a couple of years back as well. But Daisy's been cranking out some very good scores so far this year. So Naomi, I believe, will shoot first again. I think. Yeah, Naomi shooting first. Sticking with the same shooting order.
Yeah, just had a tweet from Sarah Collett in New Zealand. So, good morning. Or, well, it's probably good evening there, isn't it?
Or whatever the time difference
10
is.
10 o'clock at night.
Hello.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing Simon Scott and Simon Froggatt. They'll be coming up shortly. As we move on to the men's matches. Right now, though, we've got a fantastic match going on here, haven't we?
It's going to be close if it keeps going the way it is.
Well, yeah.
Naomi's found the 10. She's not going to be leaving that much today. I think that's a guarantee. I think this is the first time that we've seen a real difference in the style of release aid that the archers are using as well. When we go back to Naomi, we'll talk you through it. So, Naomi's shooting what is known as a back tension or a hinge release aid. Basically, she gets the full draw, should take a thumb off that peg, there you go, and then she just keeps pulling, and it's based on the rotation of the release aid around your index finger, basically. Gets a shot away. And then Daisy is using a wrist or a strap release, which is more of a trigger-based system. She's got her index finger there on the little metal peg. And if she pulls back, the tension keeps up, shot goes, and if you're Daisy, you shoot an X. So as Tim said, we're tied. 57 points apiece. And if it keeps going the way it is, we could be looking at the second shoot-off in 4 matches. Based on the crowd support, Daisy appears to have brought most of Essex with her today.
Yeah, crowds are starting to build up a bit here as well, aren't they? I don't know if we'll get a shot of the background, but there's some families out there strolling around, coming to have a look, see what's going on.
Naomi to shoot first again.
She wasn't happy with that, but I think she managed to
I think she
get
saved
it in
it,
there, didn't she?
giving it a bit of a body language, saving the shot. And for Daisy, a little bit of movement in her front arm as the shot went there.
I think this light today is perfect for a Rico arch. I think I'd absolutely love shooting this. Weather's nice. Is it too dark for a compound? Would you scope and peep sight or not?
It's not too bad out there actually. It's basically what we've had for most of this year in terms of light conditions. It all depends on the size of your peep sight, honestly. When we get a shot from the front of the archer, we'll tell you what that is. I reckon Daisy. Okay, so the peep sight is basically the same as if you're shooting a rifle. The thing that Naomi's looking through now, just in front of her face, is a little bit of black metal in the string. It's basically the equivalent of a back sight on a set of iron sights on a gun. So you've got like a back reference and a front reference. A bigger peep lets more light into your eye through the peep, so you get better light conditions. Obviously a smaller one lets less light through.
9 points. And Naomi Jones takes the lead. In this
Just spotted Chris Bell's watching the live commentary. Good morning, Chris. Of course, one of the compound coaches for the Paralympic team, which we were talking about earlier. Just got some results through from them this morning. They had a really good morning.
Very good morning.
Yeah. And, the women's W1 category, we had bronze from Jess Stretton and silver from Joe Frith, which is good to see. Then in the men's W1, John Kavanagh came fourth in his bronze medal match, and John Walker got the silver.
Good shooter from the Paraguays.
And in the compound women's open, Mel came fourth, and in the men's compound open, John Stubbs got the bronze medal, which is good to see.
Excellent shooter from the Paralympic guys. Congratulations. So back to Daisy. See if she can bounce back from that end.
9 points.
Once again, another very tidy looking target face. Just a couple of wide shots that have.
So Daisy's another one with a field background, isn't she?
Very, very rich field background, Daisy.
She's was team world champion.
Team world champ.
Val d'Isère, that in 2012.
Among other accomplishments at field shooting.
Yeah.
I think she holds practically every junior and senior record in the UK.
Naomi's just a machine, isn't she? She didn't put one outside the goal yet, has she?
No, she's kept it clean gold. Commentator's curse? Nope, still not.
You start panicking.
Okay, Daisy now, she's got to keep her shooting strong and hope that now we can make some mistakes in her shooting, which watching Naomi shoot is not likely to happen. Naomi not obliged to make a mistake. Very tidy target, folks, there from Naomi Jones.
Seems kind of like really confident in what she's doing. She's not trying to do anything special, kind of just keeping it ticking along, which is neat to do, really, isn't it?
She's another one of these archers that's got not a stack of experience, but she's got enough to know that as long as she makes her shots good, she'll come away with wins at each time. This is Naomi's second grand final appearance. And she shot 4 stages and she seeded first. So
it says a lot, doesn't it?
It just gives an insight into how well she shot at those 4 stages that she attended. If you want to continue your support for Naomi Jones after today is over, she is shooting at the Lowlands, which is the Dutch National Series finals, basically. On Tuesday, she's going out there for that. So if you want to keep up to date with that, I'm sure you can find it online.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to watch. We'll definitely be tuning into that, I think.
Be a very good day of shooting based on who's attending that tournament. Certainly be something to put on your CV, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
British and Dutch National Series champion. Daisy just needs to keep her shot strong, shoot some 10s, see herself out.
No.
Oh, it's just that again. It's not far at all. It's another X from Naomi. I think if she puts a third one in that group, that'll be a little bit special. Last shot for Daisy. There's a 10. It's a nice way to finish for Daisy. Naomi just needs to hit paper, but I think she might do a bit better than that.
Yeah. This is good. Is it going to be another one? No. Still in the goal though.
She's kept her clean target face.
Yeah.
142, is that the highest?
That is the highest we've seen so far, yeah.
Today. So 142 to 136.
So Daisy would have tied the last match, I think, but
136,
unfortunately, it's the way of the draw, isn't it? You end up with Naomi Jones. shooting 142.
There's never a guarantee when you're shooting against an archer as strong and as consistent as Naomi that you're going to get an easy match out of it. Great shooting from Naomi, so congratulations. She is our last semi-finalist, I believe.
Yep. Last quarter-finalist, yeah.
Last quarter-finalist, sorry. So we are now going to reset the field, and we are going to move on to the men's quarter-final matches.
Just seen TME Gaming has asked us if there's any archers from Northern Ireland shooting today. I think the answer to that is no.
There is 2
in
the junior mixed team. In the junior mixed teams later, we have got Dean Hamilton and Rebecca Lennon shooting. So if you know them, give them a little shout out on YouTube. So if you come to support the Irish team, they are in a team together. So
that'll be easy then.
So if you want to support them, I'm not too sure what name they've gone with, but you'll see them later on after the men's matches. So you've got someone to cheer on if you are from Ireland and you're watching online.
Yeah.
Target 1, 2-time gold medalist at the Commonwealth Games from the Wirral, Duncan Busby!
Now this, seeing as it's a quarter-final, it's going to be a bit of an all-star match, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Chris White, Duncan Busby.
Please welcome to the stage, Chris White!
Now, before the match started, me and George spoke about our predictions. We were a bit divided with this one, because you do not know with these two.
I think, yeah, Chris has had a good run this year, hasn't he, at the National Series?
He's not shot bad. His first stage was a little bit shaky.
Yeah, and then he came second at the other 2.
3 second places after that is that's not bad going.
So he made 3 out of the 4 finals the legs he attended.
3 out of the 4 podiums. Podium well as well. So I believe Chris will shoot first. Yep, Chris will shoot first. Chris, once again, just like Lucy and Daisy, has had a very strong year of field archery this year, actually. That's a good start. If Duncan can match.
9 points.
It's just out.
Yeah, Chris, I think he's been around for like a long time, hasn't he, in archery? And I remember when I was starting archery and kind of when Chris was shooting really, really well. It's just awesome, like watching him shoot. And
9.
Yeah, I mean, Chris has always been, he's been around for long enough that most of the, I'd say most of the juniors and even some of the seniors in the crowd today would have probably looked up to Chris back in the early parts of their shooting as a role model and
9 points.
was a bit of an idol.
oof, 2 X's and then a 9.
It's not a bad start.
I remember last year when I was commentating with Tapp, and he said Chris is a bit famous for that front arm steering.
He is a bit talented at body English. Chris, I'll give him that.
His shooting form has improved greatly since he changed to his new coach, who we can see in the box behind him.
Chris's coach there. I think probably going to be one of the youngest guys that we're going to see on the field of play today.
Yeah.
In terms of Chris's bio, we've the list is a bit too long to read out in one sitting, so we might have to split this up a little bit.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I can't even work out what's most impressive about it. He's got, I think one of the really ones I think is impressive is he's one of the first guys to shoot a 1400 in the world, which is pretty amazing, isn't it?
One of the very first forerunners of WA 1440s, or back in the late gents featers, as they were known and are still known in most places of the UK and the world, I assume.
I think more recently he came second at the World Field Champs, didn't he, in 2014 that was, I think.
Believe so.
And that's some really good shooting against Jesse Broadwater from
It was a bit of an exciting final between Jesse and Chris, if anyone watched it. See if Chris can maintain his first in form, see if he can carry it forward. There's that little bow steer that we were talking about last end.
Yeah.
Saved a 10 out of that. Didn't look too impressed, but got the job done.
Just so still when he's aiming, isn't
Like
he,
a
Chris?
statue, Chris.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the most important things of if there's any young or like new aspiring compound archers that are watching. It's all about being real steady on your front arm. As long as you can keep your front arm steady and execute a good shot, it's gonna work out well for you.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit now. You can see in those feather flags. I don't think it's enough to worry about, is it?
It's not enough to greatly affect any scores or anything going on, but as we Chris just put an 8 out there, so maybe it is. Obviously we're in a lovely little sheltered gazebo, so we can't really gauge the wind out there.
Yeah. That end was gradually getting more and more right for Chris, wasn't it? I don't know if
He was shifting his way over the target face.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to speak about Chris's accomplishments, Duncan is not to be overlooked by any means.
Yeah, no, that's
This is his 7th grand final appearance. I believe has he appeared in the most finals on the field?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
There you go, 7 grand final appearances from the... Is this the 8th year in the finals? Or is it the 7th?
We'll have to check that one. I think it's the 8th.
Regardless, Duncan has been to either every one of them, or he missed the first one, or another one in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
So he's been to a lot of these.
Which is impressive. And also, like, bearing in mind they've only, in the last couple of years, switched to the top 8, so he would have been in the top 4.
True, would have been top 4
first
before that.
couple. Yeah, he's only, as Tim mentioned when he walked on, he's won those 2 golds at the Commonwealth Games. It's actually a rematch of the individual final.
This is.
So it's good to see, isn't it?
It's a good shot.
Those-
That's good.
Yeah, those 10s are definite 10s when he gets them, aren't they?
Chris does mean it when he shoots 10s. He doesn't leave anything a chance.
10 points.
Nor does Duncan based on that shot. Chris and Duncan really were 2 of the sort of the real top boys for a while, along with Liam Grimwood.
Oh, look at this, it's awesome, isn't it?
It's a great shoot from Chris. This is pretty impressive if he can carry that on again. Might see our first 3x30 of the
10
day.
points.
Yeah, deep breath. Here we go.
It's like what happened, but got a commentator's curse on that. Are we going to get a 3rd X? We are.
Yes,
There we
are.
go.
Awesome.
3x30.
I've just got the biggest grin on my face.
It's always good to watch archers when they're shooting well.
Yeah.
Chris is looking a lot more. He looks a lot happier with his shooting than Duncan. There's quite a lot of front arm movement from Duncan, whereas Chris is looking pretty relaxed up there.
Duncan's looks a bit kind of more.
He looks a little
Don't really
bit.
know, a bit restricted kind of thing when he executes it. He's like tenses up a little bit. Don't really know.
No, Chris is looking pretty happy out there. He's looking pretty chilled. He's got his little pit crew there, making sure that his arrows are still in check. Still okay.
Hampus reckons you need to do some good bow throwing to get the X's, so take your word for it, Hampus.
Hampus is
I know Hampus has got a long list of achievements.
Hampus
as
is
well,
certainly
hasn't he?
renowned for his bow throwing. For anyone on the junior archery circuit, one of the forerunners, I'd say, of chucking your bow around the field a little bit. See if Duncan can get a quick shot. There's an X. There you go. So Chris has to lead by 1 if he shoots a 10 here. See if we can get 4 X's on the row.
9, maybe 10 points.
Hampus is right. That looked like a really smooth shot.
It is.
You need to.
Listen to Hampus's advice. Chris, get throwing, mate.
get
you
another
go.
X.
Apart from the wide 8, Chris's target face is
Tidy.
not bad at all. There's 10.
I think he's actually got less. He's got a lot of X's and then
I think
no
he's got-
10s.
I
and
think
then
he has more X's
a
than
couple.
10s,
Yeah.
which is
Throwing it the
maybe a
wrong way
little bit
there.
too much bow throw there from Chris.
A little bit high, get some tips from his coach.
Throw your bow more, Chris. Throw it more. Looking very relaxed, Chris, out there, and he's looking pretty happy with himself out there at the minute.
Yeah.
Rightly so, he's shooting
really well.
pretty
Yeah.
good scores. Chris getting his coach to do his arrows for him again. There we go, we are tied up. 3 arrows to go.
Yes, you can see his coach is probably just like rubbing bits of foam off his arrows, making sure they're absolutely pristine to for the next end.
Always got to check your fletchings, your knocks, you've got to check your points. Because a cracked knock could spell a little bit of a bad day for you.
Yeah.
I speak through painful experience of that. I'm sure everyone does.
You get a little surprise when you shoot what you think's a really good
Yeah.
shot and it ends up in the 7 or something.
Yeah, great shot. Why is that not gone where it was aimed? Oh, my knock's broken.
9 points.
Need to throw it more, Chris. There you go, just what George was saying earlier. I think Chris has shot 7 10s, 6 of which are X's.
Yeah, that's what I just counted as well, yeah. Out of 12, well, 13
Out of,
shots.
13 shots. That's not bad, is it?
No.
He's got over half, which is...
So every other one's going to go in the X.
It's either an X or a 9 with Chris, no 10s.
It's a good stat to rely on, isn't it? He's just so still.
There you
Okay,
go,
another
another
X.
X.
So we told you, didn't we?
7 of 8.
Both going a little bit right now, aren't they? I don't know if that's just a coincidence or if...
They look like they're hanging a bit right. Well, last shot, potentially, from Chris. If Chris shoots a 10, he's sealed the match out. So a 10 wins it. A little bit of shake.
Ooh. That's just made things exciting, hasn't it?
Duncan could win this of a 10. Could come from behind with an arrow to shoot and win the match of a 10 here. That's an 8 as well. And there you go. Chris is, I think, a sigh of relief.
Yeah. Yeah,
To say the most.
I was going to say, we said about how good Chris's shooting was there with all those X's, but Duncan was doing well to keep up with him,
He
wasn't he?
was. Okay, that's the last shot. Duncan didn't look too impressed with his last shot, and I think he had a right to not look happy. I think Chris's coach is as surprised as anyone that Chris just got away with that 8.
Not many times you get away with 8s with a compound, is there?
Nope. Big hug from his coach there. So, Chris White is going to be our first semi-finalist.
It's awesome.
141, which not a terrible score.
Could you be one against Jonesy in that match?
That's true. I think everyone's going to be a bit relieved that they're not against Jonesy in these matches today. So, second quarter-final match coming up in a minute or so. It's going to be another close match on paper. It looks like it's going to be pretty close. Obviously, we're going to find out the proof is in the shooting. So,
all these men's matches seem really well matched, don't they? I think
they are looking very even. Obviously, we've just seen a 1-point win there for Chris, which is what we expected. Maybe not with a 141, but it was a close match regardless.
So we've got the local boy here.
There he is, crowd favourite. Simon Frogger. Simon, for anyone who was in the archery circuit for the last few years, Simon took a bit of a break away from shooting for a little while, and he's come back this year and stormed it, really. So, Lee Miller, for any of you who may frequent archery tournaments. You might see him more as a judge, but he decided that he wanted to shoot the last year or so, and he's really hit the ground running.
Yeah, he's just he used to shoot recurve, didn't he, a lot? I think he was a fairly
yeah.
competent recurve archer, and now he's picked up the compound and has really done
Certainly,
well with that, because that was only a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
2-3 years maybe. Certainly how most compounders really start though. Recurve for a little while and then make the change over.
It's exciting watching the selection shoot for the world champs. The compound men was really close, wasn't it? It went down to, after 4 days, it went down to a single arrow shoot off.
It was a very, very close weekend.
Lee and Duncan.
Oh, Simon's counting 10, so...
So TARDIS Geek is you're waiting for Lucy to come on. Is that Lucy Sullivan? Because I think she's just come on as in the coach's box for Lee Miller. If you watch out carefully.
If you want to see either of the Lucy's matches, you might want to jump back about 20 minutes or so on the stream, depending on which Lucy that is.
Yeah. At least from Simon, that's a really good start, isn't it?
I mean, Lee's not a million miles behind. He shot a 10 and a 9, but his 9 was close. I mean, that 9 is...
yeah, that's a really
that's
good start.
not a million miles out, is it? See if Simon can make it a 30 for us.
No.
Just out. So, first 3 shots were tied up. Along with work and judging, being able to fit time for shoot, Lee has also recently had a young baby girl, which is a little bit of a stage selfie there. So we wish all the best to Lee's wife and daughter back at home, who I'm sure are watching this event. Oh, so Lee with 30 to open up with, not 29.
It's a good way to start, isn't it?
Not bad at all. Lucy just takes some photos while she's up there. Now that she's got a chance to enjoy the scenery rather than have to worry about her shooting. Second end underway, and Simon will shoot first on target number 1. Yeah, I'm happy with that. A little bit of a nod off the shot.
A lot of back weight he's got on that rod, isn't it?
Shooting a fair amount. That's just a block of
steel, isn't it? He's got quite a lump on underneath his grip there as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, a lot of shooters will go for the sort of not as much up front as back, and it's working for him. So.
Good group.
But sit out in that group. Something might have changed on the field, or something might have changed on Lee's shooting.
Yeah, Simon looks really comfortable, doesn't he?
10 points.
There you go, X10-10, and a very nice little group out there.
So Sarah on Twitter, I hope you're still watching, because yeah, Simon's up and he's doing really well.
9.
There you go.
That's 10 size group, isn't it? Just
10 size group.
They get points for
Couple of
groups
inches
too.
left.
So 2 ends and we've had 2 30s so far. That's
not bad
really
at all,
good
is it?
shooting, isn't it? We were talking earlier, just before commentary started, about how maybe the day would unfold, and I think came up Simon would be like maybe a good dark horse, wouldn't he? And I think
We said, I mean,
and Lee as well.
just like I was saying earlier, Simon had about a year or 2 out of shooting, just to take some time off, and he came back. What was it, the start of this year maybe, or the end of last year? And he's been always up in the mix, Simon. I mean, his last 3 stages of the National Series, so 4, 5 and 6, he had a first and 2 seconds, so he certainly found his form for the back half of the year, and I don't think he could have timed it any better, honestly.
No. He's just been getting better and better as the year's gone on, hasn't
Yeah.
he?
How that left?
It's an awesome group, isn't it? Yeah. He needs to get on that site, doesn't he?
He's paid a lot of money for that. There he goes. There you go. A bit more than that, sorry. He's paid a lot of money for that fancy little piece of metal hanging out the front of his bow. He needs to...
8.
You can tell by the bow throw there, Lee wasn't happy with where it was aimed. See if Simon's moved his sight enough. Yep.
Yes, yeah, that's a good adjustment.
Just the right amount. Maybe a little bit more, so just to be really picky.
Yeah.
It's a 9 for Lee.
Lee with a couple of stray shots there, and I think Simon's going to punish him for it. There you go, another X.
Simon got it.
It's going to be
88 out of 90. That's not bad at all. Yeah, 83. So Simon leads by 5. Although Lee's score is it's not a bad score. Just Simon has certainly arrived on form today. So we've got Lee's fact sheet in front of us. I'd say the most impressive thing is that within 3 years of starting Compound, he had his first GB trip this year when he went out to, I believe it was Turkey.
Yep.
With the GB squad. Shot very well, unfortunately came up against PJ Deloche, who
It's tough to
decided that he wanted to shoot well that day.
Yeah.
9 points.
It's Lee's done a lot, like kind of in the sport.
9.
He's done a lot, hasn't he, in the sport in terms of
That's about as good a 10 as you're going to find them.
like judging, and he did a lot of volunteering work and things like that.
He
The London Olympics
I
and
believe he
Paralympics.
was one of the head judges at the Olympic Games. If not, he was certainly one of the high-ranking officials, to say the least. He's had a very good year so far shooting. And I'm sure he's going to have a few more based on this season. I think he's going to continue. Yeah, 29. It's better shooting from Lee.
Yeah, he didn't really want to give Simon that bit of space to breathe, did you?
No, you really can't let someone like Simon start running with a match. But if Simon would move his sights, he'd be sitting on a 120 by now. You pay money for those things, you've got to adjust according.
He leads with an unofficial score of 116 to 112.
There you go, any fans of Lucy out there? There she is. Shot a match earlier.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Lucy and Andrea. They both came out to coach after their matches. They got a bit of a break now.
Yeah, they have a break until around about 2 o'clock now, so they might as well make themselves useful while they're here.
Just relax.
Leave themselves at a loose end for a little while, just chill out. Come along and support the Archers. Still shooting. It's good from late. Look, it's a good looking shot. And he got the 10 from it. See if Simon can continue his run.
Well, you could tell he wasn't happy with that, couldn't you? As soon as it went.
He wasn't impressed with that shot. Now, Lee is only down by 2. So if Lee can shoot a couple of 10s here, like that, and then just
Pressure's on now.
I think Lee's probably hoping right now that Simon does that. So Lee's now only down by 1. It's a 3-point turnaround in 2 arrows, which is
Yeah.
pretty impressive. He needs another 10 here. And he gets it. We could be on our way to a shoot-off.
Yeah. Simon's looking a bit more tense now, isn't he, I think? Or like,
It's a 10 to
definitely on
win
the
it.
last 2. He can do it, can't he? Yeah.
He's
That's lucky.
a shaft in, but
Lee was lucky there, wasn't he?
it's a big sigh of relief there from Simon as well.
So that was our highest scoring match so far.
143, 142, which is
Lee was actually the second highest scoring so far today, which is a shame again.
there you
isn't
go.
it?
If Lee shot against anyone that wasn't Simon, he'd have found a way into the semis. But congratulations to Simon Frogger, who's going to be moving on to the semi-finals, and he'll be against Chris White.
Yeah, so it's worth, if you're in New Zealand, it's definitely worth staying up for, wasn't it, that match, I think?
Staying up for or getting up for, depending on the time difference.
Yeah. So set your alarm for when will he be back?
Oh, it's about 3-ish hours from now, maybe.
Yeah, 3 hours from now.
So if you want to have a little bit of sleep or actually have some sleep at all, have it now.
Yesterday's Jets Recurve champion, Patrick Houston, will be available in the pavilion from 1 o'clock.
So got some love for James on Twitter from Jane Lawrence Tuck. She was in the finals last year, wasn't she?
She was, Jane, yeah. Good shooter. She, I don't think she was too far away from qualifying for this year's finals, actually. I think she was maybe a few places just too low.
Yeah.
So hello, Jane. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
Also, Pip Taylor enjoying the commentary.
So, the next quarter-final match.
And the only person we know of to shoot 1,300 with a recurve and 1,400 with a compound, Neil Bridgewater!
Neil Bridgewater. Coming onto the stage. As Tim just said, one of the only guys that we know of, obviously there might be more, but the one that we know of, to shoot a 1,300 with a recurve and a 1,400 with a compound, which is quite an achievement.
Simon Scott!
Simon Scott, there he is. Now, those of you out there who are big-ish into your shooting will probably know Simon Scott as the owner and the founder, if you like, of Rain Bowstrings. And he's got James House in his box there, who we'll see shooting later. He's a bit of a prospect for the future, I think, to say the least for James. So Neil, by the looks of it, will shoot first on target number 1.
Yeah.
If we're talking dark horses, we need to be talking about Neil Bridgewater.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Because the guy is a great archer. I mean,
it wasn't just like 1,300. It was like
it was a couple.
lots of good ones as well.
It was more than just one, which is not bad at all.
9 points.
Both these guys starting just a bit low.
And 1,400s aren't easy either, are they?
So
I'm told, anyway.
it's a very small handful of people that have shot consistent 1,400s in the adult stage, of which I believe, looking at the men's finalists, 1, 2, I believe 4 of our finalists have shot 1,400s in the compound division. It just shows the level of shooting.
10 points.
10 for Simon. See if Neil can continue his first 2 good shots. Solid shot.
9.
Just hanging low. So 28 for Neil. See if Simon can get a lead early on. 10 here gives him a lead. A little bit of shake in his front arm.
9 points.
2 very similar looking groups actually from Neil and Simon there.
Just hanging a little bit low.
So National Series standings so far this year. Simon has actually been a very consistent performer. He's always been up in the mix from the legs that he's done. He had a 3rd place finish at stage 3, which is good to see for Simon.
Yeah, Simon's been kind of consistently there or thereabouts, hasn't he?
He's always been up there.
3rd,
yeah.
4th, 5th. Neil Bridgewater had that win early on in Oxford, and then
Once again, he didn't drop out of the top 10 in any of the stages, which is that's an achievement in itself, I'd say. Neil again shooting first here.
8 points.
Low shot from Neil. Galibois cranks on his side there. Simon as well. Really going arrow for arrow at the minute.
Ten.
it's a bit of a relief when you think you're giving the game away a little bit with an 8 or something, and then that comes back.
Well, we see the look of relief on Chris White's face last match when he got away with that win. So
Yeah.
well, he knew it. Put a bit of a throw in his arm there, Simon. I think Hampus would have approved of a bit of a bigger throw, but see if Neil can capitalise on that mistake from Simon.
9.
So 10 here puts Simon down by 2, which after that last shot is not bad.
9
He's sitting on a low left group there, Simon. I don't know where that's sprung up from, but he's put it.
Expensive shot there from Simon Scott. Steve, Neil Bridgewater.
We've got a couple of comments coming through on the YouTube stream. ETK Ninja pointed out that Simon should get one of those expensive adjustable sides. Yeah, we agree with you. We did see him giving it a couple of clicks.
He's a few clicks on it, yeah. Just like I was saying in the last match, they're not cheap compound sites, are they?
No.
I mean, use what you pay for, guys.
And then Glenn Smith has also got a question. What's the max magnification you can have on your site? That's complicated, isn't it? I'm not really sure how it works.
I'm trying to think, because you can get anywhere from... I've seen some compounders shoot with no magnification at all, just a little glass lens with a dot on it, but then you can go up to ×2. I think I've seen some ×3 diopter lenses, which are very, very zoomed in.
Yeah.
But it just depends on what you want to shoot. I mean, a lot of the guys out there are probably shooting with anywhere from 0.5 to 0.1.
8 points.
So I either double or about 3 times whatever you're looking at normally.
But it's not as not necessarily better getting the bigger magnification, is it?
No, especially indoors. A lot of guys used to get really, really heavily magnified scopes indoors, but with a scope that magnified, a little bit of front arm movement looks like a lot of front arm movement if you're on that magnified. Well, there you go. Paul Taylor's just giving us an answer there. So, yeah, even the smallest movement makes your bow seem to move a lot more than it actually is.
Yeah, I think even when you see the guy like Chris White or like some of the top American guys like Chance Boboff or Jesse Broadwater, they look like statues, don't they? But I bet they're still seeing like some movement through their
That's the
scope,
thing,
aren't
if you
they?
shoot a really magnified lens, like that is the whole argument of, is it worth shooting a lens that magnified? Because just like you're saying, even the tiniest little bit of movement is going to look like a hell of a lot.
That's a nice group there from Neil, isn't it?
Yeah, just while we're chatting, Neil's just putting on a bit of a clinic out there.
Yeah, 85 out of 90. That's
Not bad.
looking for a good pass as well, isn't it?
Surprisingly, not the highest score today, actually, for this point in the match. I think Simon Froggatt still holds that record at the minute. He was 89, 88?
88, yeah.
88, which not to be sniffed at.
No. He slowed down a little bit, didn't he, in the 4th and 5th end?
did.
So
I think he might have realised how close he was to sealing the match out a little bit, and obviously Lee putting in 3 10s in the last end.
yeah. So
Certainly
there's
gets you thinking.
some room there for Neil to keep the pressure on and take the highest score of the day, I think.
Absolutely. That's what I've always seen with Neil when I've been out at shoots. He's always consistently shooting for England and like the home nations teams, but I don't think he wants to really make a big jump for GB. I think he's quite happy to just sit back and just do his shooting as, you know, as like not a hobby as such, but something more to enjoy than take, like more as nearly a career sort of thing. So he's quite happy to shoot away, and the guy's a solid shooter. I mean,
10 points.
countless times I've been at a county match and he's wipes out the entire field. So great shooters, both of these guys.
10.
Simon's making a comeback now, if
Yeah.
he lets him, which I don't think he's going to.
10
Awesome shoot from
points.
Neil. I think he's got the opposite of whatever Chris White had earlier, where he shot, I think, 5 10s, and they've all been 10s, no X's.
Yeah.
8.
He didn't look happy with that shot, Simon.
That low left error that costing him, isn't it?
Back onto that comment on YouTube earlier, he is hanging a bit low left. The centre of his group.
And
Yeah, there's a 30 from Neil.
It's 2 in a row, isn't it?
6 10s.
6 shots. And takes the lead with 115.
6 shots, 6 10s.
120. Both these guys, of course, incredibly popular on the archery circuit. Simon Scott.
So we got a comment on.
Make some noise if you see the rainbow string.
Got a comment on Twitter, so you can send in your comments and questions to @ArcheryGeorge from Mike Aubrey. Wendy Aubrey was in the final yesterday shooting. I think they're both quite new to archery. Mike shot with Simon, possibly Simon Scott or Simon Froggatt, and
It could be either one of them, sure.
Adam Ravenscroft at Exmouth, the Exmouth National Series.
That would be Simon Froggatt if it was Adam's target.
Okay. At Exmouth. So they're two genuinely nice guys and offered lots of advice to a fairly new shooter.
It's always good to see the top flight archers still giving advice to the new guys.
Yeah, and that's like the really good thing about the National Series. I think you get to, like, you can be on a target with one of these guys here, and yeah, they're all happy to give advice, aren't they? If you've got any questions,
Oh yeah,
you can ask them at lunchtime or whatever.
The GB Junior squad, when we have like squad sessions, a lot of the pros come down. Well, I say the pros, like a lot of the big guys come down and they always offer advice. I mean, at the last squad session, we had Chris Bell was there doing equipment setup. Obviously, that's Chris's specialty, making sure you both set up. We had Andrew Gals coaching, obviously Simon Scott coaching. Adam Ravenscroft was there to help out. So they're all more than happy to help. So if you see them out at a tournament, don't feel too afraid to just go and say hello and go and ask some tips, because that's what they're there for.
Yeah. I mean, like, try and grab them in a break if you can. Like, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or like, but sometimes it might be obviously talk to you. It's a 30 there from Simon Scott. That was good.
It's a 136 from Simon, which is a bit lower than I think he would have liked. But Neil hit paper. There's an 8. So 141. Yeah, 141 from Neil. 136 from Simon. Simon closed out on a good end though, so he bounced back from those couple of early shots that seemed to put the match away a little bit.
Yeah.
But before he walks off the field later on, if you need bow strings for recurve or compound or any form of bow that you've got, rainbow strings.
Yeah,
Simon's company. So
heard a lot of good things about their strings.
I can vouch, they are good. Great strings, and I think you're going to see a lot of Simon's string work on the field today. Obviously, being one of the GB compound coaches, gets a lot of coverage from international trips that we go on and events like this.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Neil moving forward. Good shooting from Simon. And now, is this the last quarter-final match?
Yep.
Yep, last quarter-final match.
It's a big one, isn't it?
Adam Ravenscroft, Phil Glover. It's going to be a good one. There on the stage, we see Adam's wife, Christy, on the right hand side of the stage with little baby Milo. So he's got a bit of a good support team there.
Adam Ravenscroft!
He's a real crowd favourite, Adam.
And his opponent on target 2, from Billericay in Essex, the silver medalist in the 2008 World University Championship. Please welcome to his first grand final, Phil Glover!
Another Essex boy.
Gonna borrow some of Daisy's supporters, is he?
I hope so. There we see in the box behind Phil, you've got Michael Judd, who shot yesterday, I believe, in the recurve finals.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a close match, based on from what I've seen of these two guys shooting this year. I believe this is going to be a rematch from Oxford. I believe they had a bronze medal match. So Phil shooting first on target number 2.
Adam came out on top in Oxford, did he?
I believe so.
9 points.
Just a tad. Everyone's coming out shooting low today on their first shots.
Everyone yesterday was going out shooting high right, and today they seem to be low, definitely, don't they?
In terms of coming into this match, momentum-wise, I think it's going to be with Adam, bouncing back off his bronze medal in Copenhagen, which was a fantastic shoot from Adam.
Yeah.
He has had a real take-off season, and so's Phil. This is what we meant when we said close matches.
9 points.
I believe it was the National Series last year when Adam shot a 149, I believe.
48, yeah.
48.
That was absolutely amazing group
Just
as well.
out
Only
his
a
2
couple
nines.
just out, yeah.
Millimetres.
It's 9?
8.
8 or 9. Phil wasn't happy with his shot. He put a little bit of bow throw on there.
Yeah. I've seen Adams moved. Has he had these side rods down in that position for a long time?
He's always shot with 2 V-bars, as in like the 2 twins.
Yeah.
But they do look lower. Maybe he's utilised one of the new lower thread holes in the Matthews no cams to hang a couple of V-bars off of. So after the first end, it's going to be, I think Phil's might be an 8, so I'm going to say 28-27. I'm going to put that on the line there.
Yeah, they haven't upgraded it, have they?
I think they've left it as is.
Official ladies and gentlemen, Phil Glover's final arrow scores 8 points. So, Adam Ravenscroft leads 28 points to 27.
28-27, official scores.
Yeah,
So, second end of the line.
Chris has come up with a good point. How come Adams allowed 2 coaches?
I think it's 1.5, really, if you think about it that way. Never know, one day in the future we might see Milo Ravenscroft as a big name in archery, just like his dad and his mum as well. We might see him here one day in the future. Just left it just low again. I think he needs to invest in one of those adjustable sights that we were talking about earlier. Didn't look happy with his shot, but caught next with it. It's better from Phil. See if Adam can continue shooting.
9 points.
It's a good little groove he's got off on the left there, isn't it?
He's got 2 little separate groups building up there, X's or wide 9s. Maybe him and Chris had a conversation earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, he can get the highest score with no 10s.
9.
Just out.
Again.
He needs fatter arrows, doesn't he?
Set of X-Busters, be well away.
You'd be able to get away with using them today, wouldn't you?
Flat calm out here.
9.
Left-hand group again for Adam.
And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen,
So while we've got a break in the ends, obviously as we said earlier, Adam was bronze medalist at the World Champs in Copenhagen just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks back.
I think he's had lots of other
Among many other
achievements, hasn't he?
grand
I think,
achievements.
was it Shanghai a couple of years ago? He qualified first at the World Cup there.
Qualified
maybe?
first with a 7:10, I believe,
Yeah.
which was a
Incredible
astronomical shoot, and that was pretty special. See, Phil also has had a pretty good couple of years of it. Silver medalist at the 08 University Champs, bronze medalist at the European Grand Prix in Cyprus in the same year, and then he was part of the World Indoor Champs team in 2014.
Yeah, 2008 was a good year, wasn't it?
It was a very good year
It
for
is.
Phil. So 1 point behind. Let's see if Phil can put some pressure on Adam here. There it is. He's found a 10.
You can hear his coach there giving him a countdown. That seems to be quite a regular thing, doesn't it? He's eating into the time, making the most of it.
From what I've shot with Phil, I think he likes knowing exactly where he is in the end.
Yeah.
I think he likes knowing how much time he's got left.
10 points.
Got a good question here from Carl Richards. Everyone always asks this, and even we've asked him, and he doesn't have a clue either.
We spoke the question was, what is Adam looking at as he settles into his shot? So if you watch him next, then we'll see if you can look at that. So watch Adam's eyes as he comes to full draw. They are moving about a bit.
Kind of always looks into the camera, doesn't he? But I don't.
We asked him about this when we were at a squad session, and because we see it when he was shooting at Marrakesh and he was doing it, and I'm pretty sure his answer was, I don't know, just whatever's out there.
I think that's the same answer I've heard as well.
I think he just looks at whatever's interesting him at the time.
Yeah.
Some people think that he's looking at his papers he settles in, but he said he doesn't really know what he's looking at.
Feels like I'm not really giving an answer there, but that is the answer, isn't it? No one knows.
Whatever he wanted to look at, just I don't think Adam even knows. But if it lets you shoot scores that higher, then
Keep doing it.
I think you might see a lot of archers around there looking at whatever they can find when they come to full draw.
It's 85 out of 90. It's not the highest at this point, but it puts him
not
into
the highest,
a good
but
position, doesn't it, to take that high score?
He's shooting strong. What's the highest so far today we've had? 143, I believe.
Yeah,
Simon Froggatt.
yeah.
I think it's the highest so far. I'll say 43.
We've had two 142s, I think, from Naomi Jones and
Some with 143, then it was 142.
Oh yeah, of course. Lee Miller shot a 142, didn't he?
Lee
I
shot
think?
142, yes. That's
Yeah.
the one. So Phil will shoot first, 3 points down, 2 ends to go. Keeping that shooting order of the trailing archer shooting first.
Yeah. Start running out of road here, don't you? You have to
Go. You've really got to make. Always say at fourth end is the real pivotal end in matches.
9.
You need to either make your move or not at all.
9
Look at that
points.
shot.
It's all these left ones, isn't it? He's
Two
doesn't look happy with
distinct
them.
lines going down his target face there.
Both of them would fit in the X, wouldn't they?
They would. Got a good view of
10 points.
Phil from his shooting there.
So if you just joined us, they're shooting 50 metres at an 80 centimetre target face. They're 20 seconds to shoot an arrow.
10 points.
And it alternates between both archers. They shoot 3 arrow ends, and in total they shoot 15 arrows per match.
Obviously big differences from the recurve if you watched yesterday. The compounders use a cumulative score system. So you get what you score. If you got the highest score at the end, you win. Whereas obviously the recurve resets.
Another couple of X's there.
A lot of people, when you're out shooting, watching the pros, there are a lot of like, oh, it must be that much. It's just got to be that easy to shoot 10. It's got to be that easy watching people like Chris White and Adam and a lot of the pros from abroad. But just for context, I think one of the best examples is, and it's the same with the recurves, you're aiming at something about the size of a CD from 50 or 70 metres away, which is not exactly an easy thing to do.
Yeah. I think the yellow on these would be about the size of a CD, wouldn't it? And they're
about a
trying to get
CD,
a 10, which is maybe
About half that.
half that. 8 centimetres across.
If that.
Trying to think of something.
One of the best examples, if you want to try it at home, I've heard Crispin Duenas say this before. If you hold a ballpoint pen at arm's width, you're aiming at something the size of the ball in the pen.
Yeah.
It's about that sort of context from the distance away you are. It works for recurve and compound, so if you want to try it out now, that's what they're aiming at.
10.
And Adam is doing a pretty good job of hitting that every time.
10 points.
So Phil Glover he's 4 points down, isn't he?
4 down with 2 shots to go. That's
It's going to need a couple of 8s from Adam, maybe.
yeah,
And
a
then,
big ask.
yeah, but
I think at this point in the match, Phil's just going to want to shoot more tens. So I think he's just going to want to see us shooting that well. So
Yeah.
the last shot that he remembers in his final match was good. It was a good 12 shot 10.
10.
Adam's giving Phil no help there. So Phil last shot. He's gonna want to shoot a 10 or a strong shot just to see his match out if he can. There you go. XX10.
It's a good way to finish.
Little
isn't it?
shrug there. He knows that he's done all that he can.
Pleased with that.
So Adam needs a 7 to win the match. There's an X.
10.
So,
Highest score so far.
144. We predicted a close match and they delivered. 144, 140. So all of our semi-finalists are now in position.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen. Victoria Duncan has given the match to Adam Ravenscroft. And that concludes
Adam's your winner.
our quarter-final matches from this morning. And what a set of quarter-finals they've been on the second day of the 2015 Archery TV National Series. We would like to thank our event partners, the Nottingham Building Society, Archery TV and Nottingham City Council. And of course our sponsors, Sullivan Stabilizers, Wind and Wind Archery, Pillar Glasses, Matthews Inc., Eastern, Mybo, Holt and Leopold.
So we're going to be this morning's individual matches over and done with. We've got a quick break now for half an hour before we're back with more from some juniors. We've got some youth mixed team events coming up. Should be good to see. That's at 12:45. We'll be back. The semi-finals for the individual matches will then continue at 2 o'clock with the finals for the mixed teams at 3 and the finals of the individual matches at 4. So we'll be back again at 12:45.